Om. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलम् अचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागर सुषुप्तमवैति नित्यं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्घः तपोभिक्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते। 16th verse please. वपुस्तुषाधिभिः कोशैः युक्तं युक्त्यावघाततः आत्मानमन्तरं शुद्धं विविच्यात्तण्डुलं यथा सदा सर्वगतोऽप्यात्मा न सर्वत्रावभासते बुद्ध्यावेवावभासेत स्वच्छेषु प्रतिबिम्बवत् देहेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धिः प्रकृतिभ्यो विलक्षणं तद्वृत्तिसाक्षिणं विद्यात् आत्मानं राजवत्सदा व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा व्यापारी वा विवेकिनां दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु धावन्निव यथा शशि आत्मचैतन्यमाश्रित्य देहेन्द्रियमनोधियः स्वक्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्ते सूर्यलोकं यथा जनाः देहेन्द्रियगुणान् कर्मान् अमले सच्चिदात्मनि अध्यस्यन्त्य विवेकेन गगने नीलतादिवत् अज्ञानान्मानसोपाधेः कर्तृत्वादीनि चात्मनि कल्प्यन्ते अम्बुगते चन्द्रे चलनादि यथाम्भसः रागेच्छा सुखदुःखादि बुद्धौ सत्यां प्रवर्तते सुषुप्तौ नास्ति तन्नाशे तस्मात् बुद्धेस्तु नात्मनः प्रकाशोऽर्कस्य यस्य शैत्यमग्निर्यथोष्णता स्वभावः सच्चिदानन्दं नित्यनिर्मलमात्मनः आत्मनः सच्चिदंशश्च बुद्धिर्वृत्तिरिति द्वयं संयोज्य च विवेकेन जानामीति प्रवर्तते आत्मनो विक्रिया नास्ति बुद्धेर्बोधो न जात्विति Jiva sarvamalam jnatva jnatva drashteti muhyati. Rajju sarpapadatmanam jivo jnatva bhayam vahet naham jiva paratmeti jnataschen nirbhayo bhavet. I think we have covered up to then, is it? Brahmara?
Yes, we stopped at this.
Up to 27th we have covered, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So yesterday, Brahmara, yesterday, one lady was asking whether one question could be answered. I said
there
tomorrow.
are some questions. Yeah, there are some questions.
No. First preference is to that lady who was asking whether that question could be answered. And afterwards, maybe other questions.
Okay. Honestly, I don't remember who that lady was, but I have some...
Yes, it is me. It is me actually. Yeah, it was. I said, like, can we feel Shushupti Avastha in Jagrat Avastha?
What is that?
Can we experience Sushupti Avastha in Jagrat Avastha?
No. That is the question?
Yes, that is the question. And can we do it in meditation?
No.
No. Okay.
No, you can't. Secondly, now that you mentioned meditation, whether we can do it in meditation, the purpose of meditation is not to get into Sushupti Avastha, because that is an Ajnana Avastha. You are required to gain knowledge, knowingly. You must know that you have gained knowledge. Like your Shastra is saying, Aham Brahmasmi. So that mantra you keep on doing japam, Aham Brahmasmi. When indeed you become Aham, that Brahmasmi, that Aham must know that. So meditation purpose is for Chitta Ekagrata. And during Jagrata Avastha, there is no way you can gain the Sushupti Avastha experience at all. Because Sushupti Avastha is what? Anadya Vidya Rupam Shariradvayasya Karanamatram. You are following, no? We have covered that in the Tattva Bodha.
Yes, I'm going.
Karanamatram. That is, Shariradvayasya is what? Stula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram.
Sukshma Shariram.
And Jagrata Avastha and Swapna Avastha are available for these two Shariras. So, Karanamatram. For these two Shariras, it is a Karanamatram. Satsvarupa Ajnanam, it does not know its Swarupa. Nirvikalpaka Rupam, it does not undergo any modification, no change. Nirvikalpaka Rupam Yadaste Tat Sukshma Shariram. Okay. Now that you have mentioned meditation, I have got a very fine definition about meditation and Nididhyasanam. I don't know whether you people will be interested in knowing that. If you are interested in knowing, I'll give that. Otherwise, we'll skip this.
Yes, I think you can.
I'm interested. I'm interested.
Pardon?
I'm interested.
Go ahead,
you are
Nana.
interested. Okay. Yeah, okay. See, now in the Jagrata Avastha, what is happening? the mind keeps on thinking about many, many, many things. No second there is a constant thought. In half a second, the thought changes. So there is what is called a vijatiya vritti pravaha. Vijatiya means, jati means what? One of the same class. Now I thought of football. Now immediately I think of IPL and cricket, right? So these two are vijatiya, okay, vritti pravaha. And afterwards, I keep on thinking about, I don't know where the matches are going on. My grandson has gone there to see whether he has got accommodation. All these thoughts, these are vijatiya. They do not have any connection with the earlier thought. They do not belong to the same class, the thoughts. That vritti pravaha is bothering us in the Jagrata Avastha. And meditation is done in the Jagrata Avastha. Is it not? So, during meditation, what we need to do is, any of you would like to note down, you can note down. Otherwise, Brahmara's recording will help. You need not even note down. Vijatiya vritti pravaha rahita, sajatiya vritti pravaha rupa, saguna brahma vishaya, manasa vyaparaha, dhyanaha. Vijatiya vritti pravaha rahita. This rush of different thoughts which have no connection with the other thoughts, that vijatiya vritti pravaha rahita, sajatiya vritti pravaha rupa. You must entertain only one jati of thoughts, one class of thoughts, only one class. You pick your Ishtadaivam and keep on thinking about him. That is one class. And don't jump from your Ishtadaivam to something else. If that happens, bring that mind back to where it began. Yatra yatra manoyati, tatra tatra samadhayaha. Wherever the mind goes, bring it back and try to help you. Okay, that is regarding Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparaha. Manasa Vyaparaha means what? It is a business in the mind. Manasa Vyaparaha, beautiful definition.
Yes, yes.
It is it is the sole business of the mind.
Yes.
Okay, and that is the Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparaha. Saguna Brahma is who? Brahma is Brahma with gunas. Brahma
no,
with
no gunas. Brahma no gunas.
No. Saguna Brahma Vishaya means Brahma with gunas. Okay. Saguna. Okay. With guna Brahma. Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparaha. And when you are thinking of, say, your Ishtadaivam is Lord Rama. When you are thinking of Lord Rama, that Lord Rama has got some stature, some rupam, etc. And along with him, Mother Sita comes, etc. All these are guna sahita. Okay. The form is a guna, and his consort is a guna. Is it not?
Correct.
So, Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparaha. And when it is like this, what is Nididhyasana? Nididhyasana is everything remaining same, that Saguna Brahma Vishaya is replaced by Nirguna Brahma Vishaya. Okay. Nirguna Brahma Vishaya is what? Nirguna Brahma is what? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Okay. Isn't it? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satchit Anandam Brahma.
Satchitananda.
You are required to entertain thoughts on these.
On Sachitananda.
Nirguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparaha. That is the Nididhyasana. These are the two beautiful definitions about jhana, which is meditation, and Nididhyasana. And any other people who say meditation is this and Nididhyasana is that, those are all adaptations of this. This is given by Shankaracharya in one of his Bhashya commentaries. Okay. So that cannot be faulted really.
So thanks a lot. I came to know what is Nididhyasana.
Yeah. Could you please repeat Nididhyasana once again,
Nididhyasana, please? Yeah. Vijatiya vritti pravaha rahita. Okay.
Yeah.
The chow thoughts. Vijatiya vritti pravaha rahita. Not having those. Sajatiya vritti pravaha rupa. Entertaining only one class of thoughts. And Nirguna Brahma Vishaya. What is the Vishaya? What is the class you have picked? Nirguna Brahma. Nirguna Brahma Vishaya. Manasa Vyaparaha. Nididhyasanaha. And Nirguna Brahma Vishaya. Manasa Vyaparaha. You will have to pick up so many verses from the Gita, so many verses from the Upanishad, so that you always have the thoughts of Nirguna Brahma. Na jayate namriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajaha nityaha shashvataha puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Now in this, is there any form given to you? Is there any form given? Any rupa is given to you? Na jayate, it's not born. Namriyate, no, neither does it die, etc., etc. And you are required to entertain all those thoughts, that sajatiya vritti pravaha rupa nirguna brahma vishaya manasa vyaparaha nididhyasanaha. Okay? Yeah, okay. Brahmara. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Brahmara, some more questions you said? Brahmara, you said some more questions are there?
Just give me a second, I'm sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, Jyoti Narula asks, wait, let me just find. Where does the thought come from? Does it arise in the intellect or mind?
What is that?
Where does the thought come from? Does it arise? Thought come from? Does it arise in the intellect or mind?
Okay. It arises in the mind. The thought happens in the mind. And the input to the thoughts of the mind will be the sense organs. Like when you are taking a walk in the garden, you see a beautiful flower and you will have a flower thought. And afterwards, you meet with a friend of yours who has been doing evening walk, and you will have the thought of the friend. And afterwards, there is a bird which is chirping and going away in the sky. You will have the bird thought. All these things, the inputs are given to the mind by the sense organs. And because the shine of the Atma is there in the mind, the mind is able to pick up the inputs from the sense organs and respond in the form of a thought. That is called vritti. The thought is called vritti. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Sir, but sometimes thoughts come like a worry also, which is not a sensory input,
Like what?
but an experience.
Yeah, you may pick up thoughts from your chittam. Right?
Okay.
When you are lying down, about to sleep off, you will have the thought of, say, your son in a far-off land, how he is, etc. Normally he telephones, he did not telephone for a week. These kind of thoughts. It is possible. That is,
Yes.
the mind, with the help of the chittam. Chittam is the memory bank, the floppy disk, and it will use that and entertain some thoughts. That is possible.
True. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, there is another question from Jyoti.
Okay.
That is, many people perform puja to ask for some things. Is it because of tamasic aspect?
No, it's not tamasic. It is not tamasic. And in the 7th chapter of the Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Chaturvidha bhajante mam janaha sukritunojjuna artho jignasu radhade jnani cha bharatarshabha. Right? Hey, Brahmara, somehow my screen has changed. I don't see others and I don't see myself.
Because I'm sharing.
Yeah, okay. So. Okay. So, Chaturveda bhajante mam janaha sukritinaha. Sukritinaha means people who have got some punya. They have done some punya. Sukritinaha Arjuna. Artho Jignasu Ardhadhi Jnani cha. The qualification you had given for the prayer is what? Asking for something. Prays and asks for something. Is it tamasic? No, it is not tamasic. It is not tamasic, and it is kind of granted by Bhagavan as one of the 4 bhaktas praying to him. Artaha, one who is frightened. Jignasu, one who is very keen on knowing who is this Bhagavan. Where is he? Why do I not see him? If I am indeed Bhagavan, how is it I do not know? This kind of a jignasa. Ardhardi is what? The one who wants something from Bhagavan. Ardhardi, some object, some vishaya he would like to have fulfilled through the prayer to Bhagavan. And Jnani cha. Jnani also prays. Jnani cha Bharatarshabha. So the prayer done seeking something is not tamasic. And that is okay to start with. And as we go by, we must just keep on praying without seeking anything from Bhagavan, with the thought that Bhagavan knows what I want. When Bhagavan has created me, doesn't he know what I want? And what I want, he will give, he will provide. And I am his bhakta. And he has given a promise. Ananyaha chantayanto mam, e janaha padyupasate, etc. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Iti, he has made a promise. When he has made that promise, I would love to be his bhakta without begging. He knows what to give. So as we keep on praying, we will progress to the extent that we will not seek anything from Bhagavan.
When you're praying, you're having a Dvaita Bhava. It is the other. You're seeing Bhagwan as the other.
True.
But the truth is there is Advaita, right? We're talking. Where
True.
you are Bhagwan. So then there is no seeking, there is no asking, there's no prayer even.
True.
You merge with, there is only oneness. So I think the ultimate form of prayer is where you, like you said, there is no seeking. You're just there. You are. That is it.
Ultimate form of prayer is Aham Brahmasmi.
Yes.
And till then, like we are taking up the study of Atma Bodha, okay? Atma Bodha, we are treating Atma as separate from us, and we are trying to know about Atma, which indeed we are. See, in the process of seeking to know the ultimate, there is Dvaita. And as you progress, Dvaita drops and you become one with what you are seeking. That is when the Advaita begins.
There is another question from Ratna. She's asking.
These questions are not from the bank of questions, no?
It is from the bank of questions.
No, bank, but we'll have to wait for projecting all those in one go.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take up this question, this last question.
What is self-realization? Is it mind that realizes self? Self is same as Atma. Self-realization, is it same as God realization?
Yeah. Yeah, it is the mind, it is the dirty mind, which when cleansed, absolutely cleansed, it will realize its own nature, that it is not bound by ajnana, and it is indeed Atma. So that is self-realization. And that self-realization is indeed God realization. Because tat tvam asi, that which you are seeking, tvam, you, asi, are, you are. What you are seeking when you happen to realize you are, that is God realization only. Right? And this self-realization takes place in the mind, nowhere else. It is the mind which is very dirty, and it has the jnana. That ajnana has to be knocked out, and the death has to be removed. Okay? Ajnana kalusham jivam. The jivam is the dirty mind. Ajnana kalusham jivam jnanabhyasat vinirmalam. Okay? Did I answer your question, madam?
Don't know whether she's there.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
There is one more question from Ratna, but if you want us to proceed, we can do that later.
Yeah, we must put all these. Like you said, there are a lot of questions. I requested you to put that in a bank, and you kindly have that typed out. You can project, and one by one we can take them up and answer. And we must ensure the questioner is there when we start answering, because the questioner should get benefit that he is getting the answer. Okay.
But this is actually from the question bank only.
Okay.
Yeah. There is one more question if you want to take before we proceed.
Thank you for the answer.
You want to take up another question?
There's one last question that is there from this bank. So for today, maybe we just answer that. So tomorrow onwards, we can start.
Okay. But when we start answering the questions from the bank, you kindly ensure that the questioners are available that day.
That
and
is
you
not...
announce quite in advance that so-and-so date we are going to take up the questions for discussion. So it is but proper that the questioner is available.
That might be difficult, Nana.
Why?
Yeah, we cannot ensure that,
means,
but they,
that means
whoever...
the questioner is not sincere. If
No,
he questions, supposing he questions, and when he is in advance told on so-and-so day questions are going to be taken up, and if he prefers not to be there, his sincerity is suspect.
no, it's okay. They are being recorded. So at some point, I think they'll listen to their questions being answered.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's fine. You just answer the questions, Nana. We are all benefiting from it, you see.
But I want the questioner to benefit first.
Okay.
Because see, I'll tell you what, we must be grateful to the questioner. Because of the questioner, we're having a discussion. And if the poor questioner himself or herself is absent, it becomes meaningless. You are gaining some kind of an advantage through somebody who is absent, which is, to my mind, not proper.
Yeah.
I think
that...
recording, we have recording, and we may, because due to the busy schedule and all that, they may not have been attending, but later they see the...
Okay, you're right.
So, shall we go ahead? There's one question again, another question from Ratna.
Yes.
He's asking, ego says, I know it's enough for spiritual things, but material things doesn't ever satisfy. It keeps saying, I want more. Why?
This I know who is saying?
Ego says, I know.
Ego says, I know. No.
The previous stanza, we talked about ego saying, I know. We go back to the Atma Bodha text. Let me share that.
That I know is, that is empirical I know. Regarding what is happening in the empirical world, those happenings, ego says, I know. You need not elaborate. We'll go to the next sloka. I know this. That kind of a thing. That I know is not the actual I know, which you will have to reach when you are in a position to say, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. That I know is different. And the connection is what? I want, isn't it? That was a connection, no?
Yes, it says, ego says, I know, and for spiritual things, it says enough, but for material things, it continues to want more.
Material. You keep on wanting material things. I want, etc.
Yes.
It is a nature of the mind to keep on wanting what it does not have. It keeps on yearning for things which it does not have. Even though there may not be any purpose, simply because a new thing has come, why not I collect it and keep it? Okay? I have got a big museum in my house. I'll keep it there. This I want, actually, what happens, this I want? This I want is at the foundation of our mind's being. It always has got that I want, that song. But when it becomes objectified, then it says, I want the apple. Apple has become the object. Till then, I want. It keeps on murmuring to itself as though, I want to see a movie. So this I want is objectified now. I want to meet a friend of mine. So meeting a friend of mine has become the object for that I wanting mind. This I want is always there. Okay. One of the great persons have described this I want thing to a musical concept. In the hello, a musical concert, supposing Carnatic music. In that, there will be a lot of performers on various instruments. There will be the main singer, is it not? But behind the main singer, there will be one person who will be doing the tambura. Tambura is what? That keeps on going on and on and on. No matter what the other instrument is there, no matter whether the singer is singing or not, when the singer is performing, this will be there. When other instrumentalists, they perform, also it will be there. This is always there. This I wanting mind is like that tambura, I believe. It is always wanting. Always wanting. Only thing is it doesn't know what it wants. And when it picks up an object, I want that. I want Atma Bodha. See? I want yet another sloka. I want. That's how.
So do we progress from wanting material things to something related to spirituality? Is that a sign of evolution?
Yeah. Like this I wanting mind. Today, I want Atma Bodha. Tomorrow, I want Bhagavad Gita. Day after, I want the direct Shruti Vakyas. I want the Upanishads. This is a gradual improvement in the I wanting mind. Only thing is, it should not be vainly just wanting and just collecting all those things and keeping in the library. No, it must profit from that collection. It must do justice to what it wanted. When I want something and I get, I must do justice to that. Yeah, that will be a sure progress. Is your question answered, madam?
Yes, sir. Just a follow-up question here. As soon as you get what you want, the thing goes for that.
But as soon as you get what you want, what happens?
You lose interest in it. So it is totally unjustified, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Because there are newer things for you to obtain. This has become an old one. You lose interest in that. That happens. Now, do we go forward, take up a sloka?
Yes.
Yes, let's do that. We're on verse 27.
We were
go to
on 27,
28?
yes. We'll just review that. Rajju sarpavadatmanam jivo jnatva bhayam vahet. Naham jivaha paratmeti jnataschen nirbhayo bhavet. He will be stricken with a lot of fear, anxiety, etc. Why? Because like he sees a snake in a rope, he sees what? In the Atma, what he sees? A snake-like thing. Rajju sarpavad atmanam jivo jnatva bhayam vahet. Mistaking Atma to something other than what it is actually, jivaha, having known that, having known Atma to be other than what it actually is, bhayam vahet, he will be fear-stricken. Right? Actually, the Shastra says, Dvaitat bhayam bhavati. When there are two, there is bhayam. When there are two, there is bhayam. And Shastra proves a point. In the Sushupti, only you were there, isn't it? Only you were there. Though you did not know you were there, there is no other at all. There is no other object bothering you. There is only Advayam. Advayam aham asmi. Without any second object, only I was there. Advayam aham asmi. And that does not give me bhayam. No, is there any experience of anybody that they were fear-stricken in the Sushupti Avastha? Was there anybody who woke up crying out of fear from Sushupti Avastha?
No.
Impossible. Impossible. From Sushupti Avastha, maybe they slip into some dream state and then they may be sources for fear. That is different. So, Rajju Sarpavadatmanam Jivo Jnatva Bhayam Vahet. And how does he get rid of the Bhayam? Naham Jivaha. I am not the Jiva. Naham Jivaha Paratmeti. I am indeed the Paramatma. Jnataschen nirbhayo bhavet. Having known that, he becomes fearless. Atmavit shokam tarati. This is the Shruti Vakya. Atmavit, the knower of Atma, shokam tarati. He crosses over sorrow. When he crosses over sorrow, all our bhayas are because of what? The likely sorrows that we will experience only, isn't it? Otherwise, for what do you have any fear? Atmavit shokam tarati is a Shruti Vakya. It's a promise by the Shruti. Atmavit, hey, know yourself and you will cross over sorrow. Okay, now next verse. Any doubts on this verse? No doubts, no? Okay. Atma vabhasayatyeekaha buddhyadinindriyanyapi deepaghatadivastvatma jadaistairnavabhasyate. The self alone illumines. Okay? And it does shine on what all? The intellect and also the sense organs, the mind, etc. Like a lamp, the simile given is just as like a lamp. Deepaha ghatadivat. Ghata is what? A pot. Like a lamp will reveal a pot and things like that. So too, the shine of the Atma, self-illumining the intellect, the mind, the sense organs, etc., they as though behave that they have known. The sense organ thinks it has known, it has seen, it has heard, it has picked up a sound, and it has got a beautiful fragrance from the garden, etc. All this is possible in the presence of the self alone illuminating. Self alone illuminating. Deepo ghatati vastatma jadaisthairna vabhasyate. That is, the illumining effect of Atma will not be available in the Jada Padarthas. Jada Padarthas are what? Like a pot, for instance. Like a pot, or like a ladle, like a suit, like a car. Jadaha, all these are Jadaha. There is no Sukshma Sharira in any of them. That is why they are Jada. And when the Sukshma Sharira is there, they have the receptivity for the illuminating Atma. There is receptivity because of the Sukshma Sharira. Right?
So here the knowing principle, that is because of the Atma, isn't it? That's because of the Chit aspect of the Atma.
Correct.
Am I right?
Correct.
If that, because of that Chit aspect, we are able to, understand that I know
Correct.
this, I know that.
Correct. Very right.
Or we can see because of that only. Otherwise, there would have not been, could not have seen.
True. Very right.
Like when you compare a person who is...
One moment, Brahmara. Earlier verse was Atmanas Satchidam Shascha Buddhir Vritti Riti Dvayam Samyojya cha Vivekena Jnanamiti Pravartate was one of the verses, no? Atmanas Satchidam Shascha Buddhi, etc., etc.
I think it was verse 25.
I don't know. I don't remember the number.
Yeah, this is the
Atmanas Satchidam Shascha Buddhir Vrittiriti Dvayam Samyojya cha Avivekena Jnanamiti Pravartate. Okay? It's because of that Satchit Amsha of Atma. It's because of its shine, everything else shines. Tadbhasad bhasayet kade. Because of its shine, even the sun and other luminaries in the sky, they shine. Because of its illuminating power. You know, in the Gita, there is one verse that says, Natad bhasayate suryaha, na shashankaha, na pavakaha. There means where Atma is, or the knower of Atma is, the sun does not shine, neither does the moon, neither does the fire throw any effulgence. It is because of Atma, everything else is possible. And Atma is nothing other than Brahma. Atma, Paramatma, Brahma, Parabrahma, Ishvara, etc. All these are the same names. In different contexts, different names are used. Yeah. Any doubts on this? We may have a little time for another verse, is it? Yeah, can we?
Yes, Nana.
Swabodhe nanya bodhe cha bodharupatayatmanaha nadipashyanya dipecha yatha swatma prakashane. Beautiful. Swabodhe nanya bodhe cha. It is because of the self, which is all-knowing, needs no other to be known. There is no craving for the self to know, because it is the very knower. It is of the Bodha Rupa, Bodha Rupatai Atmanaha. One's self is in the form of Bodha Rupa, Jnana Swarupa. Now, the simile given is, there is a lamp to show you objects in the darkness. When the lamp is there, your pursuit is what? To pick up objects in the darkness. Your pursuit is not for another lamp. Na deepasya anya deepecha. Having got one big lamp, you don't have craving for another deepa, another lamp. Na deepasya anya deepecha yatha swatma prakashane. And you can equate it to the deepa itself. Imagine the deepa is like you and I. The deepa is illumining objects. That deepa does not crave for the help of another deepa to project objects, to reveal objects. I know I can show. You go forward. If you can't see now, you go forward. I help you. Na deepasyanya deepecha yatha swatma prakashane.
It also means that the lamp which is lighted does not need another lamp to show that it is lighted, for it to be visible, isn't it?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
And not only that, the beauty is this lamp, though not craving for another lamp, it is the capacity to light a million other lamps. This has the capacity to make a number of other lamps. And very cheerfully it will do. That is what a Mahatma will do. That is what a Jnani will do. Because like we were discussing the other day, Jnani, when he sees us, Jnani, when he sees people like us who are really swimming in darkness in this samsara, he, out of pity and out of compassion, tries to help us. And he sees in us a Jnani only. Only thing is, he sees in us a Jnani covered by Ajnana shield. The shield of Ajnana, the kavacha of Ajnana is really very strongly wielded by this Ajnani, and because of that he is an Ajnani. Otherwise there's no difference between him and I. I can see myself in him. When I can see myself in him, how does he become an Ajnani? Poor man, he is a Jnani. Only thing is he does not know it. I wish he soon enough picks up the threads of Jnana and becomes a Jnani. Swabodhe nanyabodhe cha bodharupatayatmanaha nadipasya deepe cha yatha swatma prakashane.
So when when the common man goes to an enlightened person, seeking redress from his problems and miseries and sorrows that he's going through, from the standpoint of the Jnani, it seems so frivolous.
Yes.
Right? This guy is like stuck in so much of ignorance. No?
Yeah. Actually, it is one mistake most of us do. When you visit a Mahatma, you are visiting him, seeking his help for knocking off your ignorance. You should not ask for any other thing. You should not give a charter of demands, and you should not give a history of your worries. That is wrong. That is a wrong approach.
Ask to the highest.
The purpose of visiting the Mahatma is defeated. Is it not?
That's why they say seek the highest. Everything
Correct.
else will happen.
Correct. Simply go to the Mahatma, okay, and sit in front of him, close your eyes, and seek his blessings for illumination in you. That is all, nothing else you can seek. Anything else you seek, you are being very foolish. Your purpose of going to the Mahatma is very silly. You need not have gone to the Mahatma. Why do you have to go to Mahatmas? You can as well go to a movie. Why that Mahatma? And unnecessarily trouble him.
Yeah. Then again, in the previous shloka that you quoted from Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 different kinds of seekers. 4 kinds of people that go to that seek. Artho, Jignasur, Ardharti.
Correct.
Jnani, Cha, Bharatarsh. So it all depends on which level each one is in the stage of evolution, isn't it? So ultimately, all of us seeking the highest truth should ultimately drop all the other seekings and hold on to the highest. That is the ultimate seeking.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
True. I agree with you. Artho Jignasuraddhardi Jnani Cha Bharatarshaba. Right. Now we have covered the 29th verse. Huh? All right. Okay. We will call it a day today. We will resume tomorrow from the 30th verse. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om to all of you.
Hari Om Mavaya. Dhanyawad. Thanks.
Hari Om.
Namaskar.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Till we meet tomorrow. I take leave of all of you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Hari Om. Thank you.